Y'all know what this is about. It is my end of the year book haul. If you watch my video, my last video, I did my first and end of the year book haul. So I thought it'd be a great idea to also have an end of the year book haul. And so welcome to my channel. My name is Chilanda and this is Library Without Borders. Okay, you guys, oh my gosh. When you're watching this, it is Christmas already. So I would like to take 10 seconds and wish you all a very Merry Christmas for those who celebrate Christmas. And if you don't, you do you. Just remember that today's Christmas, it really is about spending time with family, with loved ones, with friends, and it's all about gifts, but really truly it's that whole getting together and just spending time with each other. So for those who don't celebrate Christmas, happy holidays, happy Kwanzaa, happy Hanukkah, and all those beautiful holidays that get celebrated during this time. And of course, it is for those who believe in Jesus and are really religious, it is a time for them to commemorate, the birth of Jesus Christ and him in all his glory. Okay? All right. Now, put that aside. I have quite a stack of books. So the way it's going to work so that this video does not turn out to be very, very long. And oh, yes. Y'all see these nails? Aren't they pretty? Like, oh my God. So yeah, to avoid this video being way too long, I'm just gonna show you guys the books, maybe read a little bit of the blurb, but most of it I'm just gonna tell you the title of the book, the reason why I probably bought it if I can remember, because these books, I've accumulated them throughout the year. Ever since my last book haul, these books I've bought them throughout the year, and I actually went crazy, don't tell my husband, on Black Friday on bookoutlet.com. Gosh, I love that place. I know some people are like over it because they feel like the books are old and all that stuff, but I found some great, fantastic books there and I can't wait to show you. So without further ado, I got my artillery, my knife. No, that's Zora. So let's get into this. So this is so cute. And so, oh, by the way, I wrapped these myself. Since I went crazy and bought these books, I thought it'd be a great idea to give me so much work and wrap these bad boys into these beautiful wrapping. And you know what happened? Let me tell y'all. I put them under the tree and then my kids woke up. The next day they were like, oh my gosh, look at all these presents. And I was like, oops.
Emotional damage.
Maybe I should have hid them and put them out there, but I had to. I think my husband, no, you know what? I don't think my husband intervened. I think they saw the names because what I wrote on them was to me, from me. Some of them I said to me, from Bay, and me, simply because he let me indulge in buying all these books. So I was like, okay, I'll give him a little credit. That's why most of them it's like from me to me, and some of them were like to me, from Bay, and me. So without further ado, let's get into it, please. All right, first we got, it's an international bestseller, Dear Child by Romy Osman. Now, I have never read anything by this author, but I know it's a thriller. And since I read one or two thrillers already, I thought maybe I could adventure more in that genre. So I got this book. There you have it. Next on this box, there's only two books on this one. I actually saw this book on Instagram when I was just browsing through, looking at some of the Instagram people that I follow. And one person posted this one. And it's Brooding Over Bloody Revenge by Nikki M. Taylor. And a quick synopsis here. From the colonial through the antebellum era, enslaved women in the USA used lethal force as the ultimate force of resistance. By amplifying their voices and experiences, brooding over bloody revenge strongly challenges assumptions that enslaved women only participated in covert, nonviolent forms of resistance, when in fact they consistently seized justice for themselves and organized toward revolt. So this reminds me of the last book that I actually read. It reminds me of just that book where it talked about the revolt of women, and I think that is why I picked this book. Next, we have this other small one, and let's go. Oh yeah, so I actually subscribed to Book of the Month, and this was my first choice, and it came fairly fast, so I was happy about that. Of all the choices that they were giving me, this was the most that appealed to me. So let's find out what it is. So Book of the Month, and then we have this little cute booklet thing, and the people would choose. Oh, is this like a bookmark? Book of the Month, close to the climax, huh? How appropriate. And I have seasons, readings. May your books be merry and bright. How appropriate, right? For this time? Love it. And then I chose this one. It's hardcover, and I hope I already mentioned it, but I'm a fan of hardcovers. People love soft covers. I loved hardcovers because it's not that easily destroyable. You know what I mean? So it is The Storm We Made by Vanessa Chan. The story seemed very interesting, so a captivating, sweeping novel about a Malayan mother who becomes an unlikely spy for the invading Japanese forces during World War II and the shocking consequences that rain upon her community and family. There. Okay, now let's do these big boxes. So this is very light. What I'm not gonna do is use this platform that is supposed to be used for escapism in all the books that we read and stuff like that, to talk about what's going on out there, because we trying to escape what's going on out there. Having said that, what I will do is, in relation to the books that I'm reading, say there's some current events that are happening, and then I'm reading a book that reminds me a little bit about what's going on, I'll be like, oh, okay, let me just mention it to you guys, right? I just want to say it's Christmas Day, and the color purple has been released today. So as I was, getting ready to maybe pick up the book, because, I haven't read the book. I only watched the movie with Whoopi Goldberg, but now I wanted to kind of watch it today because it's being released today, and I was thinking after the party, me and my husband could just watch Color Purple, okay, with Taraji P. Henson and Fantasia and Oprah Winfrey and all that cast. And then I started noticing about the viral video about Taraji P. Henson going on all these shows or to promote the video, and how she's talking about how black people are underpaid and the whole story, and I started reading the comments and what everybody was saying, everybody's positions, and I was just like, I felt some type of way, because I want to go watch the movie just to encourage these black casts. But when I started following some of these videos, and at some point Taraji herself, when she was being interviewed, she was like, why are we doing this again? Didn't we say that we're gonna stay away from these slave narratives movies and stuff like that? And I was like, ooh, right? And I felt some type of like, should I watch it again? Because I watched the first movie. Why should I put myself into that, right? So I'm going through that, but then I'm like, I want to encourage, black actors by going and paying to watch their talents on screen. So I don't know, you guys. I'm very torn. But as I said, though, the reason why I'm also mentioning this is because you guys know that I don't want to say a fan, but I love to read historical fiction. And one aspect of historical fiction is the slave narratives, not just African American, but also African, anything that has to do with blacks, Africans, African Americans, colonization, all that stuff. That's my jam. Having said that, I know why I read those things. It is because, one, it was never taught to us, and two, I want to know where black people came from, their history, their past. Why am I here in Canada when I'm supposed to be in Congo, for example? You know, I'm just saying, I've already talked about my reasons on why I read slave narratives books, and I just wanted to say, as I said, it is pertaining to the whole Color Purple, Tragedy and all that stuff. So please, let me not digress, and let's continue with opening our books. So it is Will Do Magic for Small Change, and the cover is absolutely stunning. Okay, stunning is a bit much, but it's magical. Yes, look at these colors, it's beautiful. Andrea Hairston's historical fantasy Will Do Magic for Small Change presents a tale of alien science and earthbound magic and the secrets families keep from each other. See, that's why I picked it. On to the next. Ooh, this is heavy one. Okay. Alright, there's a couple of books here, so let's go through them. So we have Daughter in Exile, Bessie a Japan. It's a bit dirty. Looks like the white, not very white, but other than that, it's pretty good shade. But this is it. The acclaimed author of The Teller of Secrets returns with the gut-wrenching yet heartwarming story about a young Ghanaian woman's struggle to make a life in the US and the challenges she must overcome. See? That's why I picked it. Next we have, I love these, and they're all hardcovers. Absolutely love it. Four Treasures of the Sky. A propulsive and dazzling debut novel set against the backdrop of the Chinese Exclusion Act about a Chinese girl fighting to claim her place in the 1880s American West. Stories by BIPOC is important. And this one, Sea Girl of Hummingbird by Lisa C. Lisa C. Beautiful cover, hardcover as well. A powerful story about two women separated by circumstance, culture, and distance, and the enduring connection between mothers and daughters. Yeah, that's it. You know me. Mom, daughter, history, all of this, it speaks to me. Next, we have We Are Not Like Them. Yeah, hardcover, beautiful. I love the pink, blue, the warm colors, and the blues. We Are Not Like Them is a riveting and compassionate novel about the lifelong bond between two women, one black and one white, whose friendship is indelibly altered by a tragic event. There, that should tell you why I picked it. The next, we have The Wife Upstairs. Saw this book, I think on TikTok sometime during the year by Rachel Hawkins. I know this is probably a thriller, mystery type of book. A vivid reimagining of one of literature's most twisted love triangles. Oh, make mention Chinese SUVs and bored housewives. The kind of place where no one will notice if Jane lifts the discarded I can't say that word, church keys and jewelry off the side tables of her well-heeled clients, where no one will think to ask if Jane is even her real name. Okay, there. Next we have non-hardcovers, Glory Over Everything by Kathleen Grissom. The year is 1830 and Jamie Pike is keeping a deadly secret. Although he is passing as a wealthy white aristocrat in Philadelphian society, Jamie is really a runaway slave hiding in plain sight, still hunted. But Jamie's carefully constructed world begins to come apart when his beloved young servant Pen, whom he has sworn to protect, is kidnapped and sold into slavery in the South. Bam! I'm not trying to read the whole blurb behind, just a little 2-3 lines just to give you an idea of what the book is about. And here we have All the Lonely People. I think I recall seeing this on Lex Reads, if I'm not mistaken. She talked about this, reviewed this, and I was like, okay. I have read a few of the books that Lex Reads recommended, so I trust her judgment. So I decided to pick this up by Mike Gailey or Gale. Yeah, no, soft cover is not my thing. And then Love and Other Words by Christina Lauren. I actually seen this at the library the other day. It's because I read The Soulmate Equation by Christina Lauren, and I know there are two authors, and I didn't mind it, but I've heard mixed reviews about this one, so I'm not that excited to pick it up anymore. Alright, that's empty. On to the next box. So, without further ado, let's continue. We have The Color Line. I was gonna say The Color Purple. I didn't remember. So it's The Color Line by Igiaba Sego. Inspired by true events, this gorgeous hunting novel intertwines the lives of two black female artists more than a century apart, both outsiders in Italy. It was in the middle of the 19th century when La Fanu Brown audaciously decided to become an artist. In the wake of the American Civil War, life was especially tough for black women, as she didn't let that stop her. The daughter of a Native American woman and an African Haitian man, Lafanu had the rare opportunity to study, travel, and follow her dreams thanks to her indomitable spirit, but not without facing intolerance and violence. I like that mix: African Haitian man and Native American woman. Interesting. Well, I can't wait to dive in. So next we have One Night in Georgia by Celeste O. Norfeet. Martin Luther King Jr. and Bobby Kennedy, race riots, political protest, and the heightened prominence of Black Power movement. Three co-eds from New York City, Zelda Livingston, Veronica Cook, and Daphne Brooks, pack into Veronica's new Ford Fairlane convertible, bought for Atlanta, and their last year together at Spelman College. Already that the Civil War, Martin Luther King, those events with the plot, and it's that was calling me. So I can't wait to actually read this book. Next, I have Yagyasi Transcendent Kingdom. You know what? I actually saw this book on DJ. He had a different cover, but I think he spoke of this one and he did like the book. So I have yet to read Homecoming, but I hope to read both books very soon. Transcending Kingdom. Okay. She's cute. I love her hair. Oh, natural hair. Next we have The Wild Girls, Phoebe Morgan. 4 friends, a luxury retreat. It's going to be murder. Well, what more do you need? Friends, murder, retreat. It is definitely a recipe for trouble. And then I have Off the Records, A Story Too Explosive to Keep Quiet by Cameron Garrett. Yeah, I think I've seen this either on Comfy Cozy Up or another booktuber. It's pretty. I like it. And I think this is a YA. I think it's YA. And then I have Sue Monk-Kidd, The Book of Longings. I have read The Secret Life of Bees, The Invention of Wings. I think it's The Invention of Wings that I read. I read that a while ago, a long time ago. So I can't wait to read this one. Let me know if you guys have read this one. Because I remember The Secret Life of Bees. There was a movie that also came out and it had Queen Latifah. So yeah. Mother to Mother. Yeah. It is by Sindiwe Magona. Gripping, points to a redemptive hope for those who can come together for healing even when they have been bound together by sorrow. I think I know what I took this book. Oh well, y'all will have to discover when I read it. Next one I have Never Caught. The Washington's Relentless Pursuit of Their Runaway Slave Ona Judge by Erica Armstrong Dunbar. There it is. You see that? Next I have Something Wild by Hannah Halpern. Halpern? Cover's cute. Love the bright colors. It almost like it's orange, but like on the screen looks like it's reddish. A searing novel about the love and contradictions of sisterhood, the intoxicating desires of adolescence, and the traumas that trap mothers and daughters in cycles of violence. Mothers and daughters, y'all know I'm gonna pick it up. And then The Two Lives of Sarah, Catherine Adele West. The Two Lives of Sarah. That sounds riveting. Next we have Kasim Ali, Good Intentions. Love the hardcovers. For fans of The Big Sick and Nick Hornby, a magnetic debut novel about a young man unable to choose between familial obligation and the future he truly wants. If love really is a choice, how do you decide where your loyalties lie? Well, okay. Good luck with that. So we're gonna have to go through this. Memphis, Tara M. Stringfellow. Tara M. Stringfellow. I've seen this book. Probably about friends, sisterhood, black, and in between stuff. The things women do for the sake of their daughters. Oh my gosh, mothers and daughters. What did I do? Okay, so these are probably for my kids, because it's definitely not for me. African Proverbs. It's pretty. For all ages. Another kid's book. Our story starts in Africa. I love that. And I love the cover. Love the lady with the African wrap and the braids, the comb. It's very pretty. Then I have another one for kids again. Blue. A history of the color as deep as the sea and as wide as the sky. Love these beautiful covers, these beautiful arts. Love it, love it, love it. Then I have Romiette and Julio. I don't even know why I picked this up, but we'll see. And I don't like the fact they're so tiny. And Jasmine Guillory, because I read by the book, and I read another book by her recently. But I didn't know it was this small. But look at it. Why? It's so tiny. Like, I can hold it with my one hand. We have, Sisters in Arms, Kea Alderson. Novel of the daring black woman who served during World War II. Yes. Can't wait to read this. I think I recently saw it on Comfy Cozy Up. I think she's either read it or she's gonna read it. Then we have The House Girl by Tara Conklin. Lena Sparrow is an ambitious young lawyer working on a historical class action suit seeking reparations for the descendants of American slaves. There. That's it. When Stars Rain Down by Angela Jackson Brown. The summer of 1936 in Parsons, Georgia is unseasonably hot, and Opal Pruitt senses a nameless storm brewing. She hopes this foreboding feeling won't overshadow her upcoming 18th birthday or the annual Founders Day celebration in just a few weeks. She and her grandma Bertie work as housekeepers for the White Widow, Miss Peggy, and Opal desperately wants some time to be young and carefree with her cousins and friends. Sounds like a YA novel. It's fiction, that's for sure. Oh, but when the Ku Klux Klan descends on Opal's neighborhood, the tight-knit community is shaken in every way possible. Yeah, that's harsh. Ooh, look at this. This looks like a nice coffee table type of book. This is Tony Ford and prefaced by Toni Morrison. The Black Book. Do I recognize some of these famous people? I see Josephine Baker. Yes. Oh, look at it. Ooh. Okay, focus. Ooh, the Book of Everlasting Things. I love the purple cover. That's gorgeous, and the gold. Ooh, I love that. Okay, I'll tell you more about it when I get to it. They give me two? What the hell? Why do I have two? Now I'm gonna have to do a giveaway. Good Fortune by Noni Carter. I think her name is right here, can't tell. After she is brutally kidnapped from her African village and sold into slavery, Ayana struggles to navigate the dangerous world of the plantation while striving for a better life. When she escapes and makes her way north to freedom, she risks everything to obtain the education she has been denied and find her true self along the way. Yes! It begins a little tragically, but I'm sure it will finish on a triumphant note. Yes. Then we have Decent People by Deshaun Charles Winslow. I know I've seen this on Cozy Comfy Up. He's talked about this book. Then I have Remembered, Yvonne Battle Felton. Long listed for the Women's Prize for Fiction. Oh. It says compares with Toni Morrison's Beloved. And I have yet to read Beloved, so that tells you something about this book. Why is this book thick? I don't like Here comes book. Shaka the Great. Ah, well, if it's about Shaka, you know a book will not contain his greatness. So, I take that back. Blood, Battle, and Betrayal. Epic Adventures in the Zulu Empire. Yeah. This reminds me a little bit of the other book that I read, The African Samurai, you know? So, those are the stories I love to hear. Then we have Liberty, Kathleen Greenidge. Greenidge? I think I'm pronouncing this properly. This is a historical novel, a magical novel, a familial novel, a Bildungsroman, a work that defies simple categorization. Kathleen Greenidge is an original light, a writer to emulate a master of the craft, and a mind we're fortunate to have living among us. Oh, that's quite the description there. This is coming of age story as a freeborn black girl in Reconstruction era Brooklyn. Liberty Sampson is all too aware that her purposeful mother, a practicing physician, has a vision for their future together. I feel like I have this book, guys. I think I do. I have another, probably a double. But just that blurb, I know why I picked it. Then we have Never Tell. I love this. It has a black girl on the cover, and I bet it's a mystery. More to live a quiet life. That means no danger, no intrigue, and absolutely no romance. When Erin suspects a serial killer is roaming New Orleans, investigation throws her straight into the arms of the one man who can't help her. So it has romance, mystery, crime, and all that stuff. That's a deadly mix. Jollof Rice and Other Revolutions, a novel in interlocking stories by Omolola Ijeoma Ogunyemi. Yeah, and anything African plus jollof rice. I love jollof rice. I have my my Ghanaian friend and my Nigerian friend. They make delicious jollof rice. So, you know, I thought I'd honor them by picking up this book. Jennifer Schiavarini, The Women's March. Oh, a novel of the 1913 women's suffrage procession. That's black and white there. The only time they stick together. Focus. You see there? There you go. Then last I have What's Mine and Yours by Naima Coaster. What's Mine and Yours is a book about parents who try and fail and then try again. An extraordinary cast of characters, nuanced and full of insight. It's about children who hold their loved ones accountable. It reveals in absolutely engrossing and tension-filled prose how a tragedy haunts a family. Coaster is a master storyteller through and through. And then says, read this book. Of course. I bought it. I will read it. Can't wait. Yeah. So the black mom and her son. And then we have the white mom with the daughter. But they're walking opposite direction. I sense tension already. You guys, we're almost done. We're almost done. Last book. Let's see. Hopefully there's no doubles in here. Last Guess by J.P. Promari, author of The Clearing. Anyone read this? I don't know why I decided to order so many thrillers or mystery. Like, it's my genre or something. But there you have it, another one. Then we have the Oprah's Book Club. I will abstain from saying Oprah. Don't want to start shit. But 12 Tribes of Hadi. And it's by Ayanna Mathis. There you have it. I feel like La Rosa Reads mentioned it. I think I saw it on one of the booktubers that I follow. Another small book, I swear. Uncle Tom's Cabin, Harriet Beecher Stowe, with an introduction by Alfred Kazin. I've occasionally heard few versions of Uncle Tom and how certain people can be described as Uncle Toms and stuff like that. So I'm curious to see if this is the original story of Uncle Tom. If not, at least want to know what this version says about, you know, the whole Uncle Tom story. And then we have The Secret Diaries of Charles Ignatius Sancho by Patterson Joseph. Yeah, this cover sounds riveting. It's finally time for Charles Ignatius Sancho to tell his story. One that begins on a slave ship in the Atlantic and ends at the very center of London life. A lush and immersive tale of adventure, artistry, romance, and freedom set in the 18th century England and based on a true story. Ooh, okay. All right. Sign me up for that and I will eat it all up. Then we have The Attic Child. Two children separated by almost a century, bound by a secret. Lola Jaye. Beautiful. It's kind of thick, but heavy too. Love the hardcover. Love the painting or the art here. Then we have Akweke Emezi. Which book did I read again by her? Oh, the one that I haven't read it, but I think you made a fool of death or something. Author of Freshwater. The Death of Vivek OG. Well, her name sounds familiar, so I will see what it's about. You guys don't want to see the mess that's here, but I'll fix it later. Then we have The Mountain Sing by Nguyen Phan Ke. I'm not saying this name correctly, so if you guys want to attempt, here's the name. But I know I picked this up because, again, it had a very interesting story to it, and I think it's actually based, is it historical fiction? Backdrop of Vietnam War. The Mountain Sing tells an intimate and developing story of four generations of the Tran family as seen through the eyes of the matriarch Tran Du Lan and her granddaughter Huang. Du Lan was forced by the communists to flee her family's prosperous farm during the land reform in 1955. With 5 of her 6 children, she embarks on a perilous journey to keep them safe and is forced to make unthinkable choices along the way. Yeah, I noticed that I have a lot of Black African American historical fiction, you know, the Black slave narrative, but I also have a couple of Asian stories here, right? That's not weird. I know I picked up Cry, the Beloved Country, Alain Paton. It was published in 1948. Novel about a black man's country under white man's law is a work of searing beauty. Okay. Well, we shall find out if it truly is a searing work of beauty. I will be the judge of that, okay? Night Wherever We Go by Tracy Rose Payton. A gripping, radically intimate debut novel about a group of enslaved women staging a covert rebellion against their owners. Yes, yes, and yes. That's the type of story. Yes, it's slave narratives, but it talks about women who took their lives in their own hands and revolted. That's what I'm all about. That's the kind of story I love to dig for. It calls to me. The Sheltering Sky, Paul Bowles. Oh, it's by white men? It's weird because I saw this and I was like, this looks like it's about Africa and examine the ways in which Americans' incomprehension of alien cultures leads to the ultimate destruction of those cultures. Oh, okay. Now I get it. Okay. Oh, remember you guys? I listened to this book on audio because it was a book, my book club pick. Again, Rachel Barbarian Keys. Okay. I didn't know it was this thick. Wow. Okay. Now I have the hard copy. 2 more books, y'all. The House of Fortune by Jessie Burton. Nice. I love the colors and it's hardcover. An enchanting, fantastical new novel from the sensational New York Times bestselling of the miniaturist. She's ready to welcome adulthood with open arms, but life at home is increasingly difficult. Her father Otto and her aunt Nella argue endlessly over the financial fate, selling off furniture in a desperate attempt to hold on to a family home. Ah, okay. Well, y'all, I'll tell you more about it once I get to it. I hope to get to them. Like today. Kimberly Lawson Robbie. Sister Friends Forever. Love the cover. It's shiny. It's pretty. Serena, Michelle, Kenya, and Lynette have been best friends since they were small children. And as sister friends forever, they have always been there for one another. Through good times and bad. No matter what. Each woman. Alright, there's one who's single, questioning why love hasn't found her yet. Michelle's engaged and ready to walk down the aisle until an old flame strolls back into her life. Kenny is happily married, but at the same time, her husband's ex-wife won't allow them or their family to live in peace. And Lynette's divorce from her cheating husband has her nervously dating. Okay, well, alright. And then finally, we're done, y'all. Oh, sorry. We're done. Gosh, with all those boxes in the garage from the gifts wrapping and Steve Berry, The Bishop's Pawn. Now, I saw this, and obviously you can see it has Martin Luther King. And I was like, oh, okay. Say no more. I'm getting it. Then, okay, well. Anyways, I will let you know what the book is all about eventually. All right, you guys, that's my end of the year book haul. I'm gonna count, and when I count the books, I will put them I will put it somewhere there. But anyways, you guys, I hope that you enjoyed the video. If you like the video, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and of course, share, right? It is the season to give. So happy holidays, and I'll see you in my next video. Ciao.